On the COVID update for us right now, new asymptomatic testing for Baltimore City students and staff detected at least 13 positive cases in the last week.
All right, let's go to WMAR 2's Abby Isaacs, who spoke with the staff about their continued reopening plan as well as their focus now on starting up spring sports.
The goal of the new weekly asymptomatic testing is to be proactive about stopping the spread of COVID-19. And staff says after a handful of positive cases, it's working.
It's been great. It's been wonderful to see families come back. Students have been happy.
All Baltimore City elementary schoolers and ninth graders now have the option to be back in class in person. As part of city schools' safety protocols, they've instituted weekly asymptomatic testing. For elementary schools, it's a self-administered test in pools of up to 25 people, mostly based around classes, but some could include other staff members. Each pool gets one test result. Last week, 253 pools were tested and 13 came back positive. City Schools Chief of Staff Allison Perkins-Cohen says this does not mean everyone in those pools has COVID-19.
If you assume it's probably one person per pool, which is, we don't have the final data yet because we're still doing the follow-up test, but it's probably about one per pool. That would be 13 people out of 3,290. So that's a positivity rate of about 0.5%.
The 13 pools are now quarantining for 2 weeks. And Perkins-Cohen says this demonstrates the asymptomatic testing is doing exactly what they wanted.
We're happy to see rates are low and that we're catching it early. Most of the folks who we tested were asymptomatic, which is exactly the point, is you want to make sure you're identifying folks early before they're really as contagious and spreading it in the school.
High school students also now have the option to participate in spring sports, with teams launching over the coming weeks.
We're very excited to finally be able to get our student athletes back out on the field.
Safety protocols include daily temperature checks, COVID screenings, masks even when playing, and no fans at the games.
I'm hoping this will provide a real boost to some of our young people and also just incentivize their participation and their engagement in school more generally.
Follow-up testing for the 13 pools is still underway, and school officials are trying to pilot the asymptomatic testing for sports teams. In Baltimore, Abby Isaacs, WMAR 2 News.